berserk. Go berserk. Hyped up on adrenaline. Feeling like a kid again. But then again, it's a win-win.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 29 in season number 3 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Richmond International Raceway for this, the Lowe's 400. I almost called it the Ford 400, I almost called it the Chevy 400, but I got it right, it's the Lowe's 400. And our good friend Cameron Garlington gave us a name for that race, and I will link his channel in the description for you guys to go check out. So we are here at the Richmond International Raceway with only 39 drivers, and I had to take the two part-time drivers we normally have out of the race. There aren't any part-time drivers in this race, but I had to get rid of a full-time guy. I did record that, and it ended up being Biff Crafton. I will say that now, but I was going to use that recording and have the same race in it. Just pause the recording, and I was going to record again, but it turned out that the graphics were all screwed up, so I had to redo it, and the file, the car list already had Biff Crafton out of it, and I figured it would be fair to everybody else to keep Biff Crafton out of the race. So I'm sorry, Biff Crafton, you missed this race, but I'll make it up to you. Don't worry, I'm sorry about that, but the winner here at Richmond, I think it was Season 1, fails to make the race as a full-time driver, but Richmond is the only track I'll ever do that at because this is the original Richmond, and all the newer Richmonds just don't work. So I have to use the original one, and it only holds 39 drivers, so it's kind of a problem. But we'll try to work that out for the next seasons and all that. But anyway, we are here at the Richmond International Raceway for race number 2, and round number 2 of the Season 3 Chick-fil-A Cup Series Chase. So let's get to the starting lineup. Ryder Barnes, chase driver, starting on the pole. Alongside him, Bristol winner Jared Holmes, and it's Raja Caruth in the 40. Trey Bartow, Michael James, Tristan Allen, Garrett Zenor, a chase driver. Tristan Walker, a chase driver. Justine Terrace, Cameron Garlington, Annie Thomas, Adam Brown, Cameron Gaggio, our last winner in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Caleb Hoffman, Tyler Selsman, Stuart Gratton, Cody Hagan, Dejon Weeks, Jack Morris, Garrett Pick, Abe Troxel, Aaron Walpole, Dean Wicker, Jesse Turner, Nick Pericles, Aaron Smith, Kevin Gamdara, Jacob Reed, Matt Dalio, Gabriel Mauricio, Nicholas Amadeo, Elijah Gordon, Max North, Tyler Myers, Christian Master, Zachary Fitzwater, Riley White, Eric Ulmenhart, and poor old Austin Spencer starting in last place. All the chase drivers have a C in front of their name, so let's get to it. We are here at the Richmond International Raceway, 60 laps of action in the Lowe's 400. So Ryder Barnes starting on the pole here tonight. Make sure everybody's okay. It does appear that everybody is rolling off okay, so that's a good thing. So here we go. We're at Richmond. A short track that actually works pretty well. Let's get to action here at Richmond. Ryder Barnes starts on the pole. He leads them off. Great start by Raja Caruth in the 40. But the 11 is going to take the lead on the first lap. The 40, though, is going to go right underneath of them on the first turn. They're side by side down the backstretch. Raja Caruth in the 40 trying to get by the 11 of Ryder Barnes for the lead. Heading into turns 3 and 4, the 40 of Raja Caruth, a chase driver, will lead the first lap here at Richmond. This Richmond race will be better than the Sprint Cup Series race we had last Saturday. I will guarantee that. Nothing can be worse than that. Raja Caruth out front. Ryder Barnes is going to stay in second. Michael James for third underneath of the 27 of Jared Holmes. We have Garrett Zenor here. He's a chase driver. Cameron Garlington, a chase driver. Caleb Hoffman, Annie Thomas. Lots of chase drivers up here. We're 3 wide here. We got Tristan Walker in between of Tristan Allen and Cody Hagan. And these guys better be careful, especially coming off of that corner. And I think we just had something there. They were going 4 wide, and it does appear that we have a spin. Gabriel Mauricio, chase driver in the number 41 down the backstretch. Fortunately, it does appear that that was the only guy. Oh, Jacob Reed with a little bit of damage. Nicholas Amadeo might have had some of that. Not sure. Austin Spencer was in last place anyway, but Gabriel Mauricio. And the good thing about Richmond here, if you get a last place finish, it actually gives you 3 points. No, 4 points instead of 1 point like it normally would. So that's a good thing. But Gabriel Mauricio has not had much luck at this racetrack. And, you don't go 4 wide at Richmond. Christian Master into the 41. Riley White got a bit of that. So did Eric Almenhart, Jacob Reed. And the 41 was the one that got spun around the most down the backstretch. We'll take a look again and see what happened. As they are going 4 wide at Richmond. Almenhart involved. Riley White, Jacob Reed. Max Newirth did a good job there in that 23, our Watkins Glen winner. But not really work for any of those guys. And just going to bring out the first caution of the night. Raja Caruth in the 40 is the leader. We'll see if these guys come in to make their first set of pit stops of the night. It does appear that some guys are going to, well, I don't know. It takes them a while to get them lined up here. And we're just going to have to see here. They might come in. It's only lap 4 of 60. Raja Caruth in the 40 would duck down underneath that yellow line. He's not coming in. It does appear that nobody's going to... Well, man, I don't know, because there's still a mess back here trying to get all of that organized. But it does appear that everybody's going to stay out. And the pit road is open, too. You see the flagman there with the green flag. But it does appear that there are no pit stops here. Riley White might be coming in because he had damage. And same goes for Jacob Reed and Marcio. But we'll get to the restart here at the Richmond International Raceway in the Lowe's 400. Back here at Richmond in the Lowe's 400, Raja Caruth is the leader in the number 40. Second place, Ryder Barnes. 2 chase drivers, 1-2 right now. Non-chaser, Michael James running in third. Chase driver, Garrett Zenor in fourth. And chase driver, Cameron Garlington running in fifth place. And if Cameron Garlington... Well, never mind. I don't know what I'm going to do for naming races for season number 4. I absolutely have no idea. I was going to say, if he did get the win, this race would remain the Lowe's 400, but it might remain the Lowe's 400 anyway. I really don't know. Raja Caruth gets out to a good jump. 2 good starts here today. 2 good restarts. I mean, one was a start, one was a restart. They are different. One's single file, and one's not single file. Raja Caruth still out front. Garrett Zenor got by the 20 of Michael James. That was for third place. Remember, Garrett Zenor was a Final Four driver last season. He would love to get back to Homestead, a championship contender, and maybe actually win the championship this time. He almost came close to winning the Crown Royal Series championship as well, and that will be the Turkey Hill Series for season number 2, as I'm getting rid of alcoholic sponsors. But anyways, Garrett Zenor doing a good job here tonight. Oh, Garlington got pushed up the racetrack. Here comes chase driver Jared Holmes in the 27. If you're a chase driver, you win a race, you're automatically in the next round of the chase. Hoffman with a good run tonight in the number 13. Didn't get the points all sorted out yet. I don't have Darlington edited yet. Recording this Wednesday. So the number 13 didn't really get too good of a finish at Darlington. But with this top 10 here, maybe a good top 15 in Chicagoland on Monday, I think I just goofed that one up. I think he'll be pretty good to make it in. How about this? Yeah, how about this? Ryder Barnes going to try to take the lead back from Raja Caruth. They're side by side down the backstretch, and the 11 with a nose underneath of the 40 can't execute the pass. And he's got Garrett Zenor right on his back bumper too, so he's got a couple things to deal with. He wants to get the lead, but he also has to hold off this hard-charging number 16 of Garrett Zenor. Fourth place right now, Jared Holmes into 27. Nope. Here comes Trey Bartow for fourth place. Caleb Hoffman right now 6th in the 13. Garlington stuck in the high lane. It's 11 doing a good job trying to get by this number 40 on lap 15 of 60. When we cross the line next time by, a quarter of the way through the race already. Bartow has cleared Jared Holmes for fourth place. Cody Hagan now 6th as he got by Caleb Hoffman in the 13. Hoffman right now 7th. Darlington 8th. Garrett Pick 9th. 10th place will eventually be Tristan Allen in the 2. Tyler Selzman with a decent run here tonight. He got a really good finish at Darlington. Gets another good finish here. Right now 13th. If he can get a good finish here, that should be pretty good for him to make it into round number 3 of the chase. And once we hit round number 3, we'll be back to a 16-car grid, and that's how it was for the first 2 seasons of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. It was a 16-car grid. And for this season, we went to a 40-race season. and adopted a 24-car chase grid, and I kind of feel that's a little overdone. So Season 4 will be back to 26 races and a 16-car grid for the chase. Jared Holmes taking 4th back from Trey Bartow. Jared Holmes, remember, he won at Bristol, a short track, earlier this season. He actually has 3 wins this season. His first win came at Talladega, then at Indianapolis, and then Bristol. Jared Holmes, definitely one of the better drivers this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He's right now running 4th here at Richmond, trying to make it in to round number 3 of the chase. He still has another race after this, but if he can get this win here tonight, he'd be locked in to round number 3. If any chase driver wins, they're locked into round number 3. Rajah Caruth, the chase driver, leading. Ryder Barnes, the chase driver, 2nd. Garrett Tenor, the chase driver, 3rd. Jared Holmes, the chase driver, 4th. So, never really know. You got Hoffman here with a good run right now. Here comes Garrett Pick in the 98. Garrett Pick has been pretty solid, I think. Could be wrong. Well, past couple of races. I mean, he's right now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure how the points are after Darlington. I didn't tally them all up. But Garrett Pick, before Darlington, I'm pretty sure he was leading the points of all the guys who missed the chase. So Garrett Pick definitely doing a good job in this 98 this season. Just have to see what he does. These guys closing back up on our leader, but Rajah Caruth able to stay out front. The number 41 at Texas earlier this season. That's how he got into the chase. The Season 1 champion, driving the number 40 this season, looking to get his 2nd win of the season. And get this, his 5th career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. And I'm pretty sure that would give him the all-time winningest driver. That would make him the all-time winningest driver in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Not on Napa Fan, but in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series alone. Season 1 champion right there. How about Tristan Allen? He's making some moves in this number 2. And does it appear, I think that's for 7th. Darlington trying to move his way back up here in this 38. Caleb Hoffman sticking pretty good to it. Oh boy, that's not a good situation there. You might want to be careful going 3 wide through a corner. They were able to keep it straight. Tyler Selzman, a chase driver, in the middle of that. Michael James, Cody Hagan, they were going 3 wide there for a moment. You have Justine Terrace in the 15. Dejon Weeks in the 26. A couple non-chasers. Same with Zachary Fitzwater here. Then we have 16th, Annie Thomas in the 18. She finished 4th yesterday at Darlington. I can't get it straight. Tyler Myers 17th. Tristan Walker 18th. Past chase driver Nick Pericles 19th. And 20th chase driver, now 19th, chase driver Aaron Walpole. Long green flag run here at Richmond. Garrett Tenor closing up on Ryder Barnes. That's for 2nd. The number 16 would love to get this win and make it into round number 3 of the chase automatically. He has not won since Las Vegas earlier this season. That was race number 3 of the season. He really hasn't been that strong. He was able to survive round 1, and with a finish like this, he should be pretty good to go. If he finishes 2nd here tonight, he got himself a top 15 at Darlington yesterday. He should be pretty good to go for round number 3. Of course, if he gets the win, he's automatically locked in. That's what he wants, I know for sure. Ryder Barnes stuck in the high lane. Here comes the 27 closing in. 16 has officially gotten by the 11 for 2nd. It's 4 chase drivers, 4 good chase drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4 here at Richmond. But the best one right now is definitely Rajah Caruth in that number 40. He has led basically every lap here tonight. And I said that this race was going to be better than the Sprint Cup race. I might be wrong. But anyway, Darlington and Hoffman right now 8th and 9th. There's the next 2 chase drivers. Here comes Jared Holmes for 3rd underneath of Ryder Barnes. And the 27 is going to easily take that position from the 11. The 27 moving up. You have Trey Bartow 5th, Garrett Pick 6th. They're trying to close up to the 11 of Ryder Barnes. Have to see what he does there. Michael James in the 20, running 10th. We have Justine Terrace 11th. Next highest chase driver from Caleb Hoffman right now is Annie Thomas 15th in the 18. Take a look at the back of the field here and see what's going on. Gabriel Marcio right now a 37th, and remember, there were only 39 drivers that started this race, so that's a next to last finish right there. Another chase driver not doing good, Abe Troxel in the 35, Kevin Gandara in the 19. Remember, Gandara finished in last place at Darlington. It's not looking good for the 19 right now. Nicholas Amadio. I do know he was leading at some point at Darlington. He got a decent finish there. But right now he's deep in the field here. We have Adam Brown, Dean Wickard. Those guys having good finishes right now. Austin Spencer started last. He's moved his way up a good deal, trying to make it into the next round. He got a great finish at Darlington yesterday. So just trying to get an average finish here tonight. Have a shot at making it into round number 3 of the chase. This chase format, I honestly don't really like it for anything else except NR 2003. I really don't. I think it's good for NR 2003, but I think it's lousy for everything else. And that goes for the real NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and NASCAR stop motions especially. But for NR 2003, it works good, basically because all of the cars are completely equal to begin with, at least for most series. I know that's the way with my series. It's not like that for everybody. But when you do not have control over it, I kind of feel it's good. I feel it's unfair for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, but over here, since all the cars are equal, it doesn't really mean anything. And stop motions, too. You can control those stop motions, and that's what I don't like about it, having the chase format in the stop motion series or in the real NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. But here in NR 2003, I think it works really good. And it definitely creates a great race, great finale race each season at Homestead. Now, I always look forward to that race each season. We'll have Season 3. It'll be a while before we get to Season number 4, though. Could be till 2016 until we get to Season number 4. We've already done 3 seasons already this year in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. That's quite a bit. But definitely looking forward to what this channel has to come. And here we go. Roger Caruth coming in. And the 2 of Tristan Allen's going to inherit the lead. They were side by side there. That was the 13 and the 38. They were bumping off each other, and there went Dejon Weeks around the outside of those guys. Wow. Chase drivers really battling out. Caleb Hoffman and Cameron Garlington. See, most of these guys should probably be coming in this time. Hoffman's going to stay out another lap, and Caleb Hoffman is going to inherit the lead here at Richmond. See if anybody else is staying out. It does appear that nobody else is. It does appear that Stuart Gratton came in a lap before the leader, Roger Caruth. And Hoffman, he's going to have trouble getting into the pit road with Gratton there. That was almost a big crash. But fortunately, they were able to save it, and we stay under green. So, I do know that Roger Caruth came in as the leader. We'll see if it's like that now, and it does appear that it is. So Roger Caruth, solid performance here tonight at Richmond. Right now, the leader here in the Lowe's 400. Why do I want to call it the Ford 400? I really don't know. Okay, here's something interesting. Gabriel Marcio is actually second, and I think... Who's the leader? The leader has to be Hoffman because he stayed out the longest. I don't see any first place here on the racetrack. Yep, it was Hoffman, but he's definitely not the leader now. He's going to lose a lot of positions for staying out as long as he did. But this is our leader. It's Gabriel Marcio in the 41, and he's able to stay out a little longer because he had that problem. He had to come in under that first caution. And that pit stop we just had should be the last one of the night, the only one of the night. But I do know that Gabriel Marcio has to come in. But he's not going to be able to hold off the fast-charging Roger Caruth here. Garrett Zenor is second. Little ways behind the 40. Oh, man, that 40 went really wide. He is really wide. And that's going to close in the 16. The 16 needs to get by the 41. He's going to do that on the outside of him. Trying to get a run up there. He can get a pretty good run off the corner, but I don't think it worked for Garrett Zenor there. But Roger Caruth, new leader, as Gabriel Marcio came into the pit road. Third place is Ryder Barnes. Fourth place is Garrett Pick. Fifth place is Jared Holmes. And I do know that Caleb Hoffman did not get a good set of pit stop. Well, get a good pit stop there. He's right now deep in the field, running 18th now. Darlington didn't do too good. How about Season 2 champion Jesse Turner getting a pretty decent finish here tonight? He's been pretty good throughout the chase. You know, that's how he was in Season 2. That's why he won the championship, because he was a really solid driver throughout the chase. Whereas this time, he isn't in the chase. Kind of wishes he was, but definitely doing the best he can. Roger Carruth still out front in the 40, and this is becoming a rather boring race. It appears that this one's going to easily go to Roger Carruth, the Season 1 champion. And, of course, if he wins, he's going to be automatically locked in the round number 3 of the chase. There are 5 rounds, plus the finale race. So, eliminate 4 more drivers at the end of Chicagoland on Monday. Carruth really wide off the racetrack there. And that might allow Garrett Tenor to close in. This thing might not be over. This 16 might easily close up to the 40. Michael James in the pit road with a problem. But anyways, we eliminate 4 drivers at the end of Chicagoland. And then we actually are back to a 16 chase grid. 16 driver grid. That's kind of how it was the first 2 seasons of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And we'll have 10 races left until the finale, or 10 races left in general, because I think at this point we have 11 races left until the finale race. No, I think at this point we have 10 races. I really don't know. But anyway, when we are done with Chicagoland, we'll have 10 races left in the season, and we'll be back to a 16. We'll have 16 cars in the chase at that point, and that's how it was the first 2 seasons. It started out with 16. We started out with 24 this time. We're finally going to get back down to 16 on Tuesday, so that's a good thing there. Kind of clear our minds up. I need to clear my mind up. Sonora is trying all he can to close up to this 40, and this is an automatic bid into round 3 here if you get this win. That's what it's worth. Roger Carruth, he is no joke. A 4-time winner, and if he can pull it off here tonight, it would be 5 wins he would have in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Not would have had, he will have 5 wins if he gets it one. My goodness gracious. He will have 5 wins in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series if he can get this win here tonight. Garrett Tenor, he does seem to be closing in a little bit here. Checking on the lap times. They're pretty close to each other. Ryder Barnes is 3rd. Good run for Zachary Fitzwater in the 9. He's 7th right now. Trying to think, who won here at Richmond last season? I don't remember. Might have been Garrett Tenor. I'm not entirely sure. I do not remember. I really don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I do know that Season 1 was won by Biff Crafton here at Richmond, but I don't know who won in Season 2. Roger Carruth trying to get by the lapped car of Riley White. It might slow Carruth down a little bit because White's still on the outside of him there, but he will clear him heading into turn 3. The 16, he's coming close. 2 drivers, previous teammates. Number 40, Roger Carruth. Roger Carruth used to drive the 17. First 2 seasons, he really... Oh, no! Oh, no! It was Kevin Gandar again. They're all going to pile up. All the top 5 just pile up. What in the world? This is... Oh, my goodness. Somebody's got to win, but... Oh, man. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Guess who? Garrett Tenor is going to take the lead. Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I've never had that happen before, where they just completely run into... I mean, I've had ARCA breaks before, but not like that. Well, Kevin Yandara, that's 2 in a row for him. He had that blown engine at Darlington yesterday. He's going to have another one here tonight, and this time it's involving a lot more than Kevin Gandara. Basically, it's involving everybody else. And he's just slow on the racetrack, but the problem is he doesn't go down on the apron. He just goes right on the racetrack and right into Raja Caruth. The 16 did a good job. He slowed down, but look at the rest of these guys. They just like arc brake right into him. I mean, the one time I've had a situation like this, I actually do remember. It was Pocono season number 1. We had arc brakes like crazy there. This is huge for Jared Holmes. This is huge for all these guys. You see Caleb Hoffman in the pit road. Andy Thomas. See what other chase drivers were involved here. Tyler Myers. Basically, all the other chase drivers were involved. You have Aaron Smith. Kevin Gandara was the one who started all that. You see Jared Holmes down the pit road. Nicholas Amadio was involved. Christian Master. And this is like great breaks for guys like Dean Wickard. And, well, Austin Spencer has a little bit of damage, but he's still out on the racetrack. Grattan with a lot of damage. Tyler Myers with a lot of damage. I think Garlington's okay. Garrett Pick with a lot of damage. Tristan Allen with a lot of damage. I say about 35 guys with a lot of damage here tonight. That's a new record. But the leader is the number 16 of Garrett Sinor. And I tell you, that is not what I wanted to happen. But, I don't know. I just don't know. I did not want that to happen. I kind of wanted a caution to come out because it was getting kind of boring out there, but I didn't want everybody to crash. Come on. That's one unfortunate thing about NR 2003. You can't control anything. And you can't control the drivers, and the drivers, they don't like to use the brake. We like to call those arc brakes, and a lot of you probably know that term. That is when they run straight into a car that is completely stopped on the racetrack, or straight into a wall. Why not? Because we're all stupid here. But that was a heavy dose of arc brakes, and that brought out the second caution here tonight at Richmond. And it gave Garrett Sinor the lead. But how about this? Dean Wickard is second. Austin Spencer is third. Both of these guys were deep in the field tonight, and now they're in the top 5. Just like that. Magic. Nick Pericles, 4th. Elijah Gordon, 5th. Michael James, 2 laps down. Adam Brown, 6th. Where has he been all race long? He's a chase driver. We have the next chase driver in line is Garlington with a 9th place finish at the moment. Not bad for him. Abe Troxel, he's going to get 12th. Gabriel Marcio isn't going to be too bad after tonight. We have Tyler Selzman with a 13th. Aaron Walpole, chase driver, with 14th. Tristan Walker, chase driver, with 15th. Those are the guys doing good tonight. We have ourselves 17 cars on the racetrack. Well, we should. I'm not entirely sure. We might have more. But a lot of those guys, well, they're in the garage right now. Just probably really yelling at their driver for not using the brakes on their cars. Garrett Sinor hopes this thing stays under caution until the end. But we will probably have a 1-lap dash to finish this thing out. I'm not going to skip through any of this. I'm just going to go ahead and accelerate. But how about that? What a way to get a win. And I've seen weird things. And I've seen weird things like that before. But that was ridiculous. You don't do that. Anyways, Garrett Sinor is going to have to hold off Dean Wickard and Austin Spencer for 1 lap. But it's looking good for all 3 of those guys anyway. Because Spencer, he got a really good finish. Garrett Sinor got a good finish at Darlington. Both those guys did. Dean Wickard, not entirely sure where he was. But anyway, 1 lap to go here at Richmond in the Lowe's 400. After a huge crash, Garrett Sinor took the lead. And it does appear he's going to stay there and get the win here tonight. Austin Spencer falling back in the 22 right now. But no worries for him. He's still going to get a good finish here tonight. Garrett Sinor in the 16. He's going to steal one here tonight. He's going to win the Lowe's 400 at Richmond, and he is in round number 3 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series chase. Dean Wickard, 2nd. Nick Pericles, good 3rd. Elijah Gordon, 4th, and Austin Spencer rounds out the top 5. So, first off, I would like to apologize for my completely lousy announcing. The completely lousy drivers... No, it's not you guys. The completely lousy AI. Let's put it that way. It's the AI racing here. The artificial intelligence. That's definitely not intelligent. But anyway, we did have 21 cars still on the racetrack after that huge crash we had. And I tell you, that should not have happened. A lot of guys that were having great nights, they just completely failed here. We got ourselves Tyler Myers, Jared Holmes, Roger Carruth, who was leading the majority of this race, finished 28th. Ryder Barnes, Caleb Hoffman, Annie Thomas, Aaron Smith, Nicholas Amadeo, Kevin Gandar, Christian Master, all chase drivers who crashed here today. Gabriel Marcio got a 20th, not bad for him. Chase driver's doing really good. Garrett Zenor, how about Dean Wickard? He's been very solid this chase. I think he might be a championship contender. Austin Spencer, top 5. Anna Brown, 6th. Garlington, an 8th place finish for him. Troxel, Salzman, Walker, and Walpole. They're all getting pretty good finishes here tonight. And we'll just have to see what happens on Monday at Chicagoland. We'll see which 4 drivers get eliminated at the end of that one. It's going to be interesting. So thank you guys very much for watching. Once again, apologize for that huge crash and my huge disappointment of announcing. I never do good. I really don't. But you guys seem to really enjoy it, so congratulations. But anyway, that's it for me. So, over the weekend, HERS Elimination Series and Aero Electric Pro Series Race 1. For both of those series, you'll see HERS Elimination Series tomorrow morning, and you will see Aero Electric Pro Series Sunday afternoon. But thank you guys very much for watching here today at Richmond. And that is it for me, so, yeah. Stop listening to me before you completely go out of your mind. I will see you guys later.